Hello. How's it going? Hope everyone's doing good. Absolute whiplash. Sonic Frontiers. We play menu. How's it going? Yo, Droopy, Oxkey, Kane, Theon, Seagull. Hope everyone's doing well. It is the credit reset day on the 6th of October. Because, yeah. I did not stream Saturday, so that's what happened. We have stuff to practice. We actually have to practice stuff. Which I never thought I'd see the day. But here we are. We're actually practicing. Because I need to be prepared for shooting range time save. That is 2 seconds, but it's still time save, so here we are. Yeah, I haven't got an explanation for the shooting range time save, but basically, look at the splits and look at the targets I'm shooting. Got to change controllers. Whoops. I got completely confused there because I normally flip the controllers around in my hands. I normally play right-handed with player 1, but for this I actually put player 2 in the right hand. So yeah, I really confused myself there. Okay, right, let's catch up with chat. But yeah, basically, there is a new time-saving shooting range. Pretty much on the 4 and 6 target cycles, I've properly labbed it out now. There is an invisible timer of 9.333 seconds, roughly. So what you want to do is, when it's similar to Pose Me, 30 seconds and then the bubble stops spawning. In this game, it's 9.333 seconds. So roughly, we don't know when the cycles start and end. It very well may be 9.3 or 9.5 or whatever, but a clear indication of when the targets appear and disappear is 9.333. So, what you want to do is you want to time them so they all disappear around 9.5 seconds. Not before, but after. And if that happens, close to 9.3, but not under, then that will save time. Pretty much the same as the TAS. So, yeah, the 2-second TAS time save is now fully consistent, assuming you can actually do it. The problem is actually keeping track of the targets you've already hit, because they don't just stay there until they've been hit, they respawn. So I do have to kind of lock in for it, really. So I'm just getting used to it. And then obviously we'll practice FPD and stuff like that. And then we'll get into runs. But yeah, new record, 1802. I got that on a few days ago on MidiBot's channel. So hopefully we can get record today with an actual mic and cam PB. No reset November is right around the corner. True. I need it for this. How much of one sub we betting that 18 hole sub 10 happens within the month? Probably the same as sub 18 in this game. I believe in you. You got this. Quick question for Saturday. How much did you tell Bryce and Kyra about the advantage stuff? Because I was intending on contacting our host. Not a lot. Basically nothing. I told them it was multiplayer fight overall games. And we pretty much compete over the games to win where it's fast to do so. That's pretty much all I said. So in terms of the advantage stuff, pretty much nothing. So yeah, you might want to... I should probably, yeah, message them about that. Because I don't know how exactly it works. Like, are we going to be on commentary as well? I'm not too sure. Kane suddenly discovering a bunch of emotes there. Interesting. Okay, right. So the times in the splits in brackets, those are times that I'm aiming for. The normal bracket number is 200. That's the score. It doesn't matter for bronze because it's free. But at 2 seconds and at 6 seconds, they're the intervals I want to hit because they are slightly different. You'd think they'd be the same, but between the 2 cycles, the timings for the targets appearing and disappearing, it kind of troll you a bit. They actually are slightly different. So on wave 2, they are 3.5 seconds between the targets appearing and disappearing. On wave 4, it's 2.7 seconds. So you actually do want to do the timing slightly differently, and that's why it's 6.8. So the extra 2.7 takes it over to 9.5. Similarly for the first one, 6 plus 3.5 takes it to 9.5 seconds, and that's over 9.333. So pretty much you want to cut it as fine as you can. Yeah, you want to cut it as fine as you can to 9.3 without going under. So it's like the reverse Price is Right, pretty much. Yeah, DM group is probably a good shout as well. True, Kane. Yeah, I mean, I do need to move over as many emotes as I can, to be honest, because I'm still not overly happy with the platform. And I mean, I don't actually use 7TV itself. I just use the FFC extension, so I try and stay away from it where possible. But it's another thing that just got pushed to the side, if I'm honest. Yo, Mizu, how's it going? Okay. Right, we'll do a little bit of practice. Okay, that is not an attempt. I'm not going to ruin my 5555 over a false attempt. No. Okay, so beginning is pretty much the same as always. You just want to hit these as fast as possible. I do actually realise I do lose a fair bit of time on those balloons at the beginning sometimes. Yo, Catherine, how's it going? Wait, I mistimed it. What the hell? Huh? Oh, I've just deleted the... Oh, are you kidding? Okay. Does this time save apply to NG+? Good question. Yes, it does. Any category that requires you to beat the game as fast as possible, it does apply to. It doesn't apply to medals, because the reason it doesn't apply to medals is because basically, I've got a diagram, right? And I'm going to show you all. I'm going to show you this once, because this is very complicated. I will show you these diagrams once only, because I will show you the essay I typed into the WePlay channel last week. It is huge, and I am not I'm not going into full detail of it. I will put the Mario cap on. But, yeah, basically, for those just arriving, there is a new time save. Oh, such a shame. I was having a good hair day as well, and now I've got to put the Mario cap on. Okay, anyway. So, let me show you the abomination that is the new shooting range time save. So, if I show you the Discord, you will then be able to see. So, here we go. Okay, so this is the shooting range time save. So, basically, waves 2 and 4 have a 9.33 second timer. You want the targets to disappear once the time has passed. So, it's what I just said. You want to go as close to 9.3 as possible without going under, because if you go under, more targets are going to spawn and you're going to need to hit them. Otherwise, you're going to lose time rather than save time. Basically, if you make them disappear around 9.5 seconds, they disappear quickly, and it saves time over not doing anything. It saves 2 seconds between the two cycles, roughly. So what you want to do is you want to... I've got a demo there as well, unlisted. If you want to see it, it's in the WePlay channel in the Discord. But basically, wave 2, you want to hit 2 targets at 2 seconds, and the other 2 cycles of targets at 6 seconds. And what that means is this diagram pretty much shows what that does. So if I zoom it out a bit, so you have 4 different targets, right, on wave 2. If you hit 2 targets at 2.5 seconds, that's where those crosses are, right? That then restarts those cycles. So those ones will then appear and then disappear, and you can just leave them, and then the next cycle will disappear at 9.5. Do the same thing for the other 2 at 6 seconds, and they will also disappear at 9.5. And the same thing for the other one, but a bit more complicated, is if you hit them at 1.5, 4.5, and 7. That's why it messed up, because I wrote the wrong number in my splits. Good thing I caught that now. This is why we practice. But basically, all of that means... you make them all disappear just after 9.3 seconds, and that will save you time. So the 9.3 red line there is pretty much, if you go below that, it's going to spawn another set of targets and you're going to need to hit them. So all that for 2 seconds of time save. This is how desperate I am to save time in this run. It's getting pretty tricky now. I mean, the 1802 would have been a 4x. It would have been a 17 4x had I had a billiards like the ones in my other PBs. Although, to be honest, before this grind, before I come back to this grind, I had not had a billiards like that since the 7 break. So I'm not too disheartened about that. Also, if I got Mission 5 FPD, it would have been another 20 seconds of time save. So, I mean, it's whatever. It's not going to happen. Not realistically. It would be lovely to get a 4x, but it's not happening. So, basically, I already save a second in this PB, roughly. So I can save another second. That's pretty much what that time save means. But what it means is it makes it consistent, and that's the key. Because before, it was pretty much just, I'm winging it. I'm just hitting them whenever it feels right. And now we actually have maths to back it up. And believe it or not, I put a lot more effort into the cheat tools I made for Switch 2 Welcome Tour. So, yeah, I'm honestly relieved that this wasn't too bad. So 2 and 6, and the other one is 1.5, 4.5, 7. There we go. So, actually, the diagram shows that the 4.5 and the 7 can actually be cut a little bit finer. So more like 4.3 and 6.8. Or if you want to really push it, 4.2 and 6.8 seconds. Because that is then closer to the time that you want. But that is a bit of a risk. Because again, if you do what I just did and you go under, then you're going to get more targets. So you don't want that. But yeah, we will practice this and then we will get into runs. Normally I don't do much of my practice on stream, but this does feel relevant, and whenever a new strat comes up, I do like to explain it once on stream. Because it is very new. We did not know much about these cycles before last week. Four, 5, 6. 9. Messed it up, so that's fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. And if you do it a little bit late, then you can just go for that. And that was also a very, very, very fast ending. You know what? I will continue this just in case this is an ILPB. Because that was genuinely really good. This bit doesn't matter, as long as you just get the discs at the end quick enough. Actually makes no difference here, as far as we're aware. I don't think there's been any official timing for it, but yeah. Big shout out to Sheep as well. Been doing a lot for strat finding lately, and Ursi also adapted this into an RTA viable strat. This may be a silver medal PB actually. If I go for the birds here, I'm going to go for this can. Not that it saves time, but it will give me an extra point. Oh, okay. Didn't really want that, but okay. Oh, no bronze. No silver. Okay, that's a shame. I choked the silver. I don't think I was getting it anyway, to be honest. It's because I didn't go for the first bird. If I'm going for silver, I can do these strats, but I just need to get the bird in round 1. Just in case it's a PB, because you can get slightly different cycles sometimes. Alright, actually, no, I don't want to do that. Because I pretty much have maxed out the bronze the bronze IL now anyway, and I don't want to have to reset my save file. If it was a PB, we will never know. Probably not. Because the other one the other day did really well, and I think I did bad on balloons. Okay, so we will do a run. Everything else is pretty much the same. Pose meaty, we're still doing that. Everything's the same. Actually, tanks FPD, I do kind of need to practice that. Let's do one bronze medals, bronze medals billiards last. We'll get one of these going. How does the billiards for VIP thing work? So basically, hang on. Sorry, yeah, I have to really lock in on the audio cues for that. So pretty much you guess a number of balls, and if they go in, then you get a VIP or a gift sub. And the more you do, the more channel points it costs, but the more chances you have to win. Oh, that was very close. So yeah, if you get one correct, then you get VIP, temporary VIP. If you get two, then you get a gift sub. And then any further from there, you go higher and higher. So, for example, 3 is a 3-month gift, 4 is a 1-year gift, and 5 is a 1-year tier 3 and 5 community gifts, which is so unlikely. Just for context, we have had, we did about 30 before I changed the structure of it, and they were all 3 balls each. Not a single person got a win. We had a few 2s, so we had a few gift subs in there, but not a single 3. So I highly doubt anything above 3 is ever going to be 1. That said, could just get a 9 break one day, and that would just be it. You know, you just win. But even then, it would have to happen on the prediction. Like, I think the highest we've ever had on a prediction is a 6 break, like a 5 or a 6, which is honestly still pretty good. But yeah. Also, because it's a lot of channel points, if I get 0 balls in, then I just redo it. Yeah, that was poor. This is why we practice. Because I do need this audio cue, really. Ooh, close. So yeah, same as normal, exclamation mark FPD. If I die on the same frame as the last enemy tank, I lose a life and I progress. Very close. It saves 8.5 seconds. If I do it on the last mission, it saves 20 seconds. There you go. Perfect setup. Yo, Vince, how's it going? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. You're currently on the We Play grind again. Oh, come on, you bully. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was close. Oh, no. Catherine straight in with the pasta questions. You know what? That's pretty on brand. It's gone alright. Glad to hear. Yeah. Unfortunately, I tried to rush in there because I knew the teal bullet was coming soon. I did not aim in the right spot. But we did get our Mission 1 FPD, so that's the practice I want. I actually got 2. The previous session, I actually got 2 Mission 5 FPDs. The first one was on a pace that was pretty much dead anyway. But, I mean, if I got like a god like Find Me 20, then I would have PB'd. But the thing with that is I actually didn't concede all my lives. If you go for Mission 5 FPD and you don't concede your lives, basically if you don't game over, you only save the normal 8.5 seconds. That's because if you do it on the final mission and you game over, you skip the bonus life and the animation. So that's why you save pretty much double the time plus a bit. So yeah, I was silly. Oh, whoops, wrong splits. Let me change splits now. I got 5, 5, 5, 5 attempts. This is like 1,000 higher than my plat splits now. Let me have a look. Yeah, Platts is 4, 3, 4, 3. And this is 5, 5, 5, 5. Nice numbers. Been a while just cause. Can't think of an excellent reason why, frankly. That is perfectly fine. I mean, there's no obligation to be here. I'm just glad to see you doing well. Billy's background is confounding. I know it's supposed to be a cityscape, but it's so soft and weird looking. Yeah, it is very odd. You can see why they put it in Wii Play and not Wii Sports, to be honest. I mean, I feel like the main reason why is also just because how would you have an XP system for this without having CPUs? I wonder who would be the champion of billiards if there was a if this was in Wii Sports. I think that's a good question for the Mii enthusiasts of the community, of which there are a few. Slippier ball for the Pro Ball. That would be pretty interesting. I mean, this one is already pretty, you know, the physics in this game are already pretty interesting with how slidey the balls are. It's nice and wide. There you go, there's a reason. You got your pasta. Just like bowling, because bowling is also a one-player sport. Did they actually change it in bowling? I actually don't know. I thought it was just for aesthetics, but I don't know, might be wrong. I'm so clueless with Wii Sports. I feel like someone in the speedrunning community will know as well. But yeah, plan for today, just doing an hour of this, see how it goes. I might get back to golds as well at some point. Maybe even silvers as well, now there's a 2-second time save. Big news. And now I'm also going for mission 3 FPD. Like, there is more reason. I mean, I doubt I'm going to come back to silvers, because it's so optimized now. And I don't really care to grind silvers. Alright, nice bounce out. Yo, Maya, how's it going? And Splongle, how's it going? I only do an hour and you can go for that big win and marathon it? Yeah, unfortunately I have a job. So I can't really do that. Not today, anyway. Don't get me wrong, last week I did have a 4-hour session of just Wii Play. And I don't do that often. Okay, that was a slow one. Nice. Hitting the balls off the table is the meta now. Although, this is pretty behind, so I am just going to wing it here and see what happens. If the 8... Okay, the 8 isn't going far enough, but that is a decent result. Might not have gone in from that, if I'm honest. So, I'm looking for the results screen to appear around 49 seconds. And then I'm going to be fast enough. I need a sub-minute split. Absolute necessity. This is not the best. A lot of my time save is locked up in billiards, so 1 second is not great. The Pro Bowling Ball being sparkly meant it was slippier and hard to use. Interesting. So here I'm going for FPD. I need to die on the same frame as the last enemy tank. Otherwise, I will not save time. Ah, bad setup. This is pretty much dead now. So I've missed 2. So I'm going to lose 17 seconds. And I'll go the fast way now because I'm bad at this FPD setup. I would go for the backward shot, but it saves like 0.2 and I am so bad at FPD that way. FPD means frame perfect death. So I'm very behind at the moment. I will make up that time later. Well, had I hit the FPDs, then it would be fine. But I did not, so I will not make up the time later. Subsplits are very weird in tanks now, because you basically cash in any possible time save or time loss at the end of the tank's game. So if I die on the last frame here, it would save me 20 seconds. That's why I'm continuing. It's pretty much dead, but it's not fully dead. Yeah, now it's dead. That was terrible. Basically, the teal tank just kept on moving forward. So for me to get an ideal setup, I want it to just sort of not do that. Otherwise, it's just going to walk into the bullet that I shoot at the wall. So I shot the bullet at an angle and hit the teal early, so yeah. Because the teals move, it's just a complete improvised shot basically every time. Like, I know roughly how to do it, and I'm probably the best person in this game at the moment for frame perfect death, especially on mission 5. Like, no one else goes for this. But even then, it's still just such a random shot. Like, world record right now has mission 1 and mission 3. It does not have mission 5. I just got such a crack find me. And it's possible. Sub 18 is possible without it. But I would need pretty much run on the same caliber as that one, but with a really good billiards, which are very, very few and far between. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. So yeah, as I was explaining earlier, there is a reason why the shooting range time save doesn't work for medals. Basically, the diagram I was showing where every time you hit a target, it restarts the cycle. The reason why it doesn't work is because when you restart the cycles, if you're going for points and you're basically hitting a bunch of targets, what's going to happen is, yes, some of them might coincidentally, you know, stop around the right time. They're probably not going to do that, because if you keep hitting targets until they despawn, then you're pretty much guaranteeing that if you leave the last target, for instance, or say you don't hit the last target, just because, you know, hitting 4 or 6 targets at a time is pretty difficult. You're not going to play perfectly. Say you miss that last target, you're pretty much guaranteeing the maximum time loss, because you're still hitting that cycle. Is that going in? No. Would have been slow, but still. But yeah, that could be a nice break, actually. That's a 5. Okay, I'm going to lock in here. Pretty good. Gonna go for another foul. No, so I need to load it through Gecko to play my NTSC disc. I don't have sub splits or anything. Auto splitter for this game. That's a very good billiards, by the way. Definitely above average. That's a sub 50 exit. Very nice. Well, if I was better at matching. Yeah, I have to play on NTSC because it saves time. Saves about 4 seconds on load times. And there's a bug in shooting range that saves time as well. Terrible FPD. That's very bad. Yeah, I mean, some people do make auto splits based on, like, images that appear, but I've never really bothered. I don't really care. I like manually splitting. I can probably sort that, GP. I'll do something. Nice! So, that is a pretty difficult one to hit, and also if I die there, it is absolutely deathly for the run. Because it's just copiously slow. It's a very good one there. Good backup. I used to suck at that, but assuming the brown tank plays ball and doesn't shoot a bullet at me, it actually is pretty nice. I do need this, though. Okay. No, come on. I would have liked an attempt, please. Alright. That's a shame. The good billiards would have meant if I didn't go for that, then I would have been... I wouldn't have been 10 seconds in front. I would have been about 1, because I got 2 in my PB. I got mission 1 and mission 3. So had I not done that there, I would have been about 1 or 2 seconds ahead. So, pretty much, I did want to go for that there, because the time save remaining in the rest of the run is so limited. Like, I would need to get such a good find me again. I'm already getting lucky with how many good find me's I'm getting. It was like a sub 250, and I don't remember last time I got one of those, and I've been running this game for 4 years. So, I can't rely on that. I have to be ahead in tanks. I can't rely on 1 second of time save. Gonna have dinner, good luck. Thank you, Jupi. Yeah, I'll sort something out after stream. I'll, yeah, put together a group or something in the server. That or I'll do a group DM. I can probably do that. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. I haven't played Rush in like 9 months, damn. Yeah, it'd be like that. Life gets in the way. Anyway, I might turn on the Sonic playlist. Talking of Sonic, might stick the playlist on again, because this is back to billiards time. Although we have had 2 runs. We've had 2 runs going. So, that's something. Okay, so yeah, I can't do a lot here. I'm just going to whack it, see what happens. I wasn't great, because I pretty much just hit 1 ball with all the speed, and then everything else just kind of did nothing. That's a good one, though. That's a 4. A 4 and a foul. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'll go for this. Okay. Yeah, that's also fair. I mean, I've felt that with this game. Like, I've kind of just hit everything I want. So, I'm just kind of done now. Like, I'm back because of the time save and because I have an itch for sub 18. But I'm not going to stick with this game forever. Like, I am going to be done with this game at some point soon. I hope. I hope I will be. If you couldn't be Vincent Fettuccine, which pasta would you be? I think we've already found Catherine's stream topics for this evening. Pasta. I'm just so washed at this today. I know I've hit it twice, but this is not good enough. Okay, very rare. Grey tank going down. It is faster, but it's very rare. I do have to also react to it, but that's a great gold. It's practically optimal. That gold now. Yes! What is going on mission 3? We're flipping the table. Like, I am popping off on mission 3, and I am absolutely failing mission 1 every time. I don't know what's going on. I had to back that up, though. Like, that almost killed me. Can you die, please? Thank you. 4 seconds there. I can't take that. Somebody sought to make a bronze WRP. Yeah. So this will just be on par with the previous run if I can hit this. Which just sucks, really, but that's just how it is in runs sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I knew that wasn't working because the bullet was coming up to its timer. Teals shoot at very regular intervals. So you just know when they're going to shoot next. But if I take longer to set up, it's like I'm saving 20 seconds and I'm going to lose 45. Like, what's the point? Especially when I'm that far behind. I have to take a stand somehow. Saying that, I don't know whether I had to lose 2 lives on the last life, or on mission 6, or 3 lives. Probably 2. I don't imagine I'd have played mission 5 as on 2 lives. Actually, no, of course I wouldn't. Because I got mission 1 and mission 3. So I'd have been on 1 life. Shouts to all stages being an ass, yeah. I mean, I've had to grind charge ILs lately to get good at it for this run. And even then, it still screws me over in runs. I've just come to accept that charge in this game does not work. I'm sorry, Theon, cover your ears, but it does not work. I can get consistent all I like, and I can get decent 36s and 37s pretty much every time now. Which is about a second on average better than I was, which is good. But it just doesn't work every time. So I don't care to grind it. I just care to get good enough for middle runs. That is the point we're at with time save, though. We are labbing out proper maths for shooting range, making tables and graphs and whatever for 2 seconds of time save, and we are actually practicing charge for charge time save. Like, that is where we're at with bronze at this point. Yeah, I've definitely not heard of that pasta before. That's a unique one. That's the sort of answer where, by the way, no one outside the UK is going to know this, but if I gave that as an answer for a type of pasta on Pointless, that would be 0 people would have said it. For those who are outside of the UK, think Family Feud, but the opposite. Because, of course, it's a game show. It's me. It's me and an analogy. It's a game show. That's the golden rule of this stream. If it's an analogy and it's me saying it, it's a game show. Four break? 5 if the 7 ball wasn't in the way. Sorry, yeah, 4 if the 7 ball wasn't in the way. Whatever. Okay, so the 4 and the 9 could go in as a double. Technically, the 4 and the 7 could, but it's probably not going to happen. Ah! Okay. Maybe the... Okay, no, it's probably not happening, is it? Oh, come on. I mean, it was pretty much dead. Yo, Ken Yoshi, thank you for the congrats. Yeah, it's a pretty big one, because before I came back, since the LTA, the world record was 18:11, and then it was 18:10, and then 18:09, and eventually I put 10 more 1-second PBs to go in my comment, and then I got an 18:02 a few days ago, which is very nice. Got it at like 12 AM. Last run of the day kind of thing. It's the shell-shaped one, I see. Yeah, I'm not overly knowledgeable with my pasta. But I'm sure it'll be recognisable to someone. Nope. That's a slow shot. Technically, I mean, one did go in, but it's just such a slow shot, it's not even worth bothering. 3 breaks are very rarely worth continuing. My 18:09 had a 3 break, but at this point, actually, no, 18:02 I think had a 3 break. I think this is the one that I got a 3 break in. 18:09 had a 6 break. I think so. Definitely one of my recent world records had a 6 break. But yeah, like no one is on my tail at the moment. There are people close to me. Like Theon definitely has the capability to get sub 18. I think the only person who is still interested in the game that has the capability, Aral if she comes back. But other than that, I'm mainly just doing this grind to prove something to myself, which is the same thing as the sub 59 plats grind, if I'm honest. But I know I can do this, so here we are. And people seem to be enjoying it. Like, it gives me a reason to play this game. 4, 5. Wow. 7 very close there. That was very reminiscent of a 7, I have to say. Very much. I'm gonna gamble. Oh, I regret it now. Oh, that's a shame. I have to go for this one. No regrets on that. That was very possible. If I put it in the right place, I could have got a double there, and that would have been equivalent of 6 break pretty much. Still a good split. I'll take it. Love how sardonic the crowd is in this. That's a new word to me. Gonna bank that one for Scrabble. Somebody say gamble. You're addicted. 430 and 380 stars. Oh, hate 9.6 so much. You got sub 5 at least? Yeah, I reckon you can do sub 430 if you want. What are you doing? I'm going a beat early. What are you doing? Like, I'm actually just throwing. I need to sit here and practice this. Seriously. Stop shooting my bullets. Okay. Might as well finish the job, yeah. Thing is, I had so many close paces to sub 59 in the Platts grind, and it took me so long. Like, I was kind of getting very tired of it by the end. Nope, that's not hitting. Oh, come on. Stop running away. Doing a setup from that far away and at the bottom. Like, I prefer going for a setup on the top wall. Just not working out, is it? Alright, that's 3 runs and I've missed mission 1 FPD every time. I think it's time for Billiard's last attempt again. Billiard's last, pretty much. It would be a valid run, but it just means we do Billiard's last. That's all it is. And the reason for that is just to get me some tanks practice, if I'm honest. Basically, I play until I get mission 1 FPD, I do a no reset, I probably fail in tanks, and we go back to Billiards. But, this is how I got mission, triple FPD last week. I actually managed to get a run where I got all 3 FPDs, and I finished tanks in 1 minute 23 on this set of splits. So it is possible. We already knew it. And I've been popping off a mission 5 FPD compared to any other time for me in this game. But it's still highly unlikely. Yeah, there are a lot of shapes of pasta, in fairness. They were just kind of messing around. Just see what we can do next. How can we evolve this? No, thanks for the watch streak, Ken Yoshi. See, that's late. Okay, I need to pay out the first slots of the stream as well. And now I'm doing it too early for the timing. See, yeah, that was way too late on the first shots. That was closer. As long as I'm within a couple of frames, I don't really care. Nowhere near. So I want to shoot at that specific line in the block. Oh, one away. And that pretty much guarantees that the bullet is going to land in the right spot. Two frames. I can't do runs without this. Like, I'm relying on mission 1. Thank you. Yeah, I would say below average for me at this point today. Very much below average on these hits. Oh, low again. Okay. Sure, we'll do a bit more practice then just for that. Okay. How come you don't get right up against the wall when you shoot? So, if you're right up against the wall, then it doesn't shoot a bullet. So, let me show you. So, if I shoot within about half a block of a wall, it just won't do it. This is a common mistake in all games runs, right? So, basically, in an all games run, what you want to do is you want to just do this, right? You want to shoot a bullet, and then you want to move to the left. But a lot of new runners, when they start out, they'll just spam bullets and do this. And, well, there I got lucky because I hit in 2 different spots. But yeah, if you keep shooting the same place, you're just going to get this. The number of runs I've seen that get this, right? You don't want that. What you also don't want is if you go close to the wall, because if you do that, then you get this. So it looks like it's shooting, but because you're too close, it just doesn't. So you have to be, even here it doesn't work. You have to do it and then move forward. Or just not move forward at all. So yeah, it's pretty much, it's a nice thing, because trust me, if you're a beginner, even for me in runs as well, if I'm rushing, that would happen a lot. So it is a nice thing that the game doesn't do that, but also it would make it so much easier for Mission 1 FPD. Or for any FPD. Because you would just be able to shoot this wall in the middle here. That's why I'm going in a dead straight line, so I'm perfectly lined up. But it's a good question, because if you don't run the game, then it does seem a little odd to do that. Now, for Mission 3 FPD, it's a different thing, because I go for a slightly slower setup. Like, technically speaking, you could just shoot the wall next to you. And then shoot the tank. But that's really, really tricky to time. So what I do is I do what I've done in the first 2 runs today, and I've hit it both times, of shooting below, and then I'll chase the brown tank, wait for the bullet to hit me, and then I'll hit at the same time. And because I'm basically next to the brown tank, it will just work. Yeah, about 5% of the time the brown tank will shoot the bullet, which is obviously a pain. Okay. But I do need this. Like, if I don't get this, then I need to get at least Mission 3. Mission 3, or ideally Mission 3 and Mission 5. Because there's no way I can get sub 18 myself without any FPDs. Because I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough at the other games. Like, there is a strat called, like, there's a level 2 pose me exit. So if you're absolutely cracked at your pose me reaction times, you can get 150 points in 2 levels. And you would save the time that you'd get from 1 FPD. And if you were able to do that and get on a run as good as world record, you would not need an FPD. In fact, no, you would need to get a run 8 seconds faster than world record for, like, Find Me and games like that. And you would still, you would get sub 18. Like, it's possible. It's just not happening. Yeah, so if you get an FPD, you lose a life and you win. So later on, we have to drain our lives to get the medal. So at this point, I'm going to concede a life, so I'm on 1 life. Because that's what you want. You want to get a game over on this mission, and you don't even have to lose your lives on mission 6. So it saves 20 seconds here, and that's because it saves you from needing to get the extra life, and also the animation for the extra life. So it's pretty big. There you go. How have I hit mission 5, and I've only hit like 2 mission 1s today? What's going on? Mission 3 was unfortunate, because I couldn't really continue it. But that is a Billiards last run. On we go. That's why I continue those. I'm surprised I got that while explaining it. Sometimes that just happens for me. Yeah, no one else goes for this strat. No one goes for mission 5. People go for mission 1, because the only way you can lose time from it is if you die and you don't kill the enemy tank. You lose about a second. Because then you also then have to go up to the tank. It's a marathon submission, yeah. That'd be pretty good. Some people can play video games while speaking. My father cannot. That is honestly fair. I cannot do the FPDs where I have audio cues at all. Because when I'm talking, it's not a lot, but my cursor moves very slightly. Because, you know, it's a Wii remote game with a pointer. Oh, lovely, level 8. Don't try and speak while playing Dr. Mario with him. To be fair, I am completely locked in when I play Dr. Mario. Like, that is just the game I need full focus for. I can't read chat for Dr. Mario. That's why I don't stream it. Like, I do watch a couple of Dr. Mario streamers, but double gold, by the way. I know it's Billy's last splits, so it's pretty much fresh splits, but still. Pretty good. I have a feeling it's the me here. Yeah. I had a feeling that was grey hair. Yeah, 4x3 unfortunately means... so in tanks it's faster because the screen is squished. But it does mean in Find Me sometimes you just can't click the answer. This is a really good 20 so far. 15 is probably going to ruin it. I think that's you. Yes. Okay. Not bad. Okay, so the last time I got on a Billiards last pacer, it was with triple FPD. So this is not that pacer. Like, if I go against best split times, I'm ahead because I am actually doing well at Find Me. But, you know, it's still unlikely because I still have to play Billiards. It's possible, but unlikely. Also, this is a very, very good Find Me. That's a 246? 245, 246? Is that PB? Like, genuinely? I think that might be PB. Like, it's very close. It's within, like, a second, or if not. I'm getting very consistent at Find Me 20. I can't lie. This used to be my kryptonite. This is really good. Definitely my best in a bronze run. Of recent memory. Like, genuinely, my Find Me is getting as good as my tanks now. If I could replicate this for other medals, like, if I could do this consistently in Plats, I'd come back to Plats. It's the only reason I haven't. It's because I'm scared of how good my Find Me was. I've never had anything like it. Okay, at this point, I actually need to... It's a 2... That's a PB. What the hell? That's like 2-second PB. At least. That is ridiculous. Okay. I mean, I hope it continues, but that's probably where the PB ends. For YouTube. Sick. I just locked in. Okay. Was not expecting a 20 PV. One of my best ones, in my opinion. Okay. So we do actually need to, like, lock in here, because this is possible. If I get, like, an amazing billiards, like a 6 break, it is actually doable, sub 18. I mean, it's nice to get a no reset going, that's the main thing. Every time, I always fail it. Come on. Corner kills me every time. My sensor bar just does not work in the corner. It never has, never will. This is diabolical. Okay. Yeah, I mean, normally my heart will be beating out my chest in pose me, because I know level 2 exit is possible. Obviously, it's not now. Which is a relief, because it's normally worrying how fast it is. That is atrocious, genuinely. Worst one in a long time. Diabolical for an actual run. I mean, I'm glad I'm getting out of the way and a no reset. In terms of the billiards last splits, it doesn't look too bad, but that's because I've never had a great pose me on these splits. That's the thing about these splits, it's so hard to know if I'm gonna pop off or not. So we need about 70 points before we turn the last corner. Oh, that's a miss. That's a miss. Come on, where's my drift game? I don't... This game don't work, bro. This game don't work. Okay. Like, I'm not lying. It just don't work. Okay, okay, okay. Get the bad charge out of your system now. Like, what is that? Come on. Alright, 3 failed drifts. I see how it is. Terrible. Terrible for a run again. I mean, it's doable. It's fine. Like, it's only charge. It's only a second or two, but who cares? Yo, Kiro, how's it going? Didn't know I needed a Wii Play speedrun in my recommended until now. Welcome on in. Yeah, we're currently on a... it's a good time to join, because we're currently on a no reset. I actually got a good run going from a very good tank section. I got 2 frame-perfect deaths. So I saved 28.5 seconds there. And I'm trying to keep the time save going. It would mean basically the really heavy RNG game in here is just gonna... There we go, mystery bonus. I actually wasn't sure if the touchy was good enough. Probably is, but we'd need a big king of the pond to get 1,000 points in 2 fish. Basically, this saves about 3 seconds if I only catch 2 fish compared to 3. There's an invisible timer, it pauses every time I catch a fish. So, mystery bonus, very much welcome there. Yeah, so basically, billiards is like the big RNG game in here. So that's why I've got 5,600 attempts in bronze medals. So what I'm doing here is a no reset because tanks is really difficult. So I like to just do a no reset, get a good tank section, and if I do get the really tricky strat at the end, the frame perfect death on a moving tank, then what I'll do is I'll actually continue it into a proper run. I also got a PB in Find Me by a couple of seconds, which is very surprising because that was a very good time for me. So I am now going to hope that I can keep this going. So shooting range, we actually do have some time saves in. So I'm going to add in my notes. 2, 6, and what is it? 1.5, 4.5, 7. They're my notes. I'm pretty sure they're my notes. Basically, I need to hit the targets at very specific intervals, and then that will save me time because the targets will all disappear at the optimal time. And I'm going to use 2 controllers for this one, because you can do that in 1-player mode. Makes this a lot easier and more reliable. Come on, don't miss the balloons, please. We only need 200 points, which is basically free. It's just that this could save me time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, bad. Didn't want more to spawn in, but it's fine. I recovered it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they should all disappear. There you go. Good. Good. Very, very good wave 4. You want them all to disappear after 9.3 seconds. That's when the cycle stops at 9.333 seconds. So as long as you, it's like the Price is Right. You want to go past that point, but not a single frame earlier. Otherwise, you'll get more targets to spawn, like they did in that row. Good. So here, there's limited time save. We do want to hit the foreground can, the third one. The first one doesn't save any time. The second one saves about 5 or 6 frames. And the last one saves 0.6 seconds. Good, we got the important one. We only realised half this shooting range stuff a week ago. Like, genuinely, shooting range has actually got source now. It's actually an important game. Like, at this point, I'm tempted to make an NG Plus guide. All games NG Plus. Like, there's enough stuff to talk about. There was a reason it was downgraded to the smallest section in every Playpedia section. Like, Playpedia has 30 plus pages. Speedrun guide for this game. For a reason. Because there's a lot of stuff to talk about for medals. Because you're actually playing the game. NG Plus now actually has a lot. Because of shooting range. It's mainly just shooting range, but still. I do need to make the billiards tutorial as well. I think people would actually want that. Like, someone's going to make some use out of that. Who here wants a billiards tutorial from the GOAT? Well, too bad, because I'm not Ursi, but... No, I'm joking. I can teach you anything about billiards except double jump shots. I don't know how the hell she does that. Cindy. Hey Cindy, how's it going? 6th break now. Yeah, I got mission 1 and a mission 5. This is not triple FPD, but as long as I don't, I mean, to be fair, I'm probably just gonna keep restarting until I get a good break. Like, there's no point risking it, not risking it. This is not a real category. That's why I didn't continue the other one. Even with a 0 break, I could have PB'd this, I think. But what's the point? Might as well just reset and gamble again. See is cheating, everyone knows. I don't know, genuinely, like, I'm impressed by double jump shots. Like, jump shots being the meta, I can get used to. Now I'm actually decent at them. Not great at them, but decent. The Silk Touch Wii Remote. You just got the Toad Wii Remote, that's the thing. I just got my blue one. I actually found another black Wii Remote with Wii Motion Plus Wii Remote recently. But the battery like connectors are blue. Like half of them are blue. They're just corroded. I'm not messing with that. Like maybe it can be repaired, but I don't know. Yo, BLGHA, thanks for the good luck. And Rain, how's it going? Silk Touch Wii Remote, where do I buy? Hit up the Queen, or whoever owns the Queen's Nintendo Wii. Oh, wait, isn't that in the Netherlands now? I think someone bought it. Yo, thanks for the follow as well. Everyone's joining in. Everyone's pace palling for a run that is not going to PB. Let me be clear that Billiards, I do get sub-minute splits, but that is with a different load time. Because I'm not factoring in the menuing to here. If I get a 5 or a 6 break here, this will be sub-18. Maybe. If I actually hit the ball. Come on. Okay, I mean, it's not my worst break. Well... Go in. This is cope now. Why Billiards last? Because this is a no reset run. It's just that it actually ended up popping off. This is only to practice FPDs. This genuinely could beat world record if I wasn't on the board. Go in. Oh, come on. Well, it's dead. Okay. Alright. Alright. Come on, let's cash in the PB with the 2 break. Jump shot for the fans. There you go. Yes, I think the 5.6 thousand attempts should make it clear that I'm not gonna get a Billiards last actual world record, but that actually beats my 7 break bronze PB, and that was for the longest time my benchmark for a really good run, and that is Billiards last. So pretty good. That's a Find Me PB as well. Let's just put that out there. That's like a 3-second Find Me PB. What did I get? Like a 245? Let me have a look, because that was one of my best Find Me runs, I would say. 5 and 10 are just gambling, so I don't really care about those. Tied my PB with Billiards last. What can I say? I'm just like that. I'm just like that. Everyone else has got to hop back on bronze now. Triple FPD is possible. Thanks for the GGs, everyone. Thank you, Theon. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Noah. Thanks, Jupi, Vince, Kenyoshi. Yeah, it's a good run. Don't get me wrong, but it's not sub 18. So we keep it going. And that was only to practice FPD. I didn't get Mission 3 FPD, and that would have really made me sweat. If I got that, I think I probably would have started choking in like Find Me or something. Pose Me was awful. Genuinely really bad. Shooting range was good. I backed it up in wave 2 because I got more targets to spawn by accident because I went too early. Wave 4 was great. I saved pretty much all the time in that one, so that was great. And thanks for the GG BLGHA. Yeah. Pretty good to get a PB there, though. I mean, Billiards last being that, I'm happy with. I've had a ton of 18 3Xs lately. Yeah, so 245 actually puts me in 5th. I just bopped 3 people with that, I'm pretty sure. Maybe bopped Arrel as well, which would be pretty wild, but I don't know. I don't know if it was 244 or 245. I think it was around there. but I don't know. I'm going based on the timing of the sub-split. Basically, I take off about 3 seconds from the sub-split timing because that's the time it takes for me to go from the menu to the start timing for the run, for the IL. Also, very close to 5600. There's me trolling. We're actually not at 5600. We're at 5597. Just get triple FPD every run. The funniest thing is I was literally just explaining what FPDs were in that run. Half of that mission 5 was me talking. 2 seconds before I hit it, I was talking about how to hit it. Like, if that was world records, that would have been 2 Wii Series world records where I'd have done that. The first is Wii Play Motion teeter targets, which is pretty much now just a tutorial for teeter targets. I mean, it's not world record now, but it's still a very good run. Swedish just cracked, what can I say? But the second would have been that. Why does billiards start with the balls in a diamond shape anyway? 9 ball. It follows 9 ball rules. This is just what is done in real life. Because in 8 ball pool, there are 15 balls, so you can obviously have a triangle. What you also have, there is also other variants of 9 ball. There's also one with 10 balls. And then it's in a triangle, just with the last row cut off. But there's a lot of things this game does that are very similar to 9 ball, and there's also a lot of things this game does that are completely different. Like the 9 ball going in does not end the game, which is literally 1984. Because Clubhouse Games DS does that, and that came out a year before. And Clubhouse Games Switch does that, and that came out 14 years after. No, I will not stop banging on about Clubhouse Games. This is what happens when I'm the big runner of bronze medals. You have to listen to my ramblings about Clubhouse Games and game shows. If you want to get good at this game, you gotta listen to all my analogies. You gotta listen to the pose me plus hole in the wall analogy. And I forgot the one from earlier today. Clearly not very memorable. We'll work on that. Yo, Ellie, how's it going? Ellie as well, big player of this game lately. Ellie has made it so we needed a variable for paused versus pauseless charge. There is pause buffering in charge now, and it's actually impossible to get world record pauseless, which is incredible. Hope you're doing well. All these discoveries giving me motivation to beat my my snobby 1933 PB that I ran when I had 1.1. I think you can do it. I believe. What are you looking to get on the first hit here? So I'm looking to get about this. 3 balls is pretty standard. A lot of people in other categories won't take a 3 ball break. I will. That is because I want to actually play the video game. But it's very unlikely I can actually get a good run. I want to get a run that is no worse than this split on PB. I want to exit with a fade to black of less than a minute. Ideally around 52, 55 seconds-ish. That's like what I'm aiming for. Like low to mid 50s is good. I'm going to do this, and that's because it might hit the 4. It did not. That's because I was bad. But I am currently in the process of putting a bunch of clips together for a billiards tutorial. So it is very useful to... Okay, see there? I did that shot thinking that the ball might collide into the 4 ball. I did not have a clue that another ball was going to go in. Like, that is just something that you're just going to get sometimes. I wonder if I should be actually productive or continue to watch this. It's a great question. I wonder that sometimes when I'm actually playing. I think nah. Just one more attempt and I'll get the 18, the 17. That is not going in. What a shame. Yeah, flip a coin, and if you don't like the result, then you know what to do. That's the solution to all life's problems. Is that going in? It's not. Very sad. Okay, I will get a double here, though. Hopefully. Nice. This is winnable. Pretty good. Average enough. Alright, I am gonna just look at chat because I have not been paying much attention. This background music probably haunts you, but I'm chilling hard. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, a lot of hours spent listening to it, but yeah. Ah, oh, come on. 9-ball ended game, it would be an insane speedrun. Yeah, Clubhouse Games has that. Clubhouse Games has a consistent setup for it. Okay. Yeah, Clubhouse Games Switch, there's actually a setup where if you go in a very specific spot, it will just end it every time. It's about 20% consistent for me. Clubhouse DS a second hand a while ago, but it was just the case and didn't have the game in it. Legendary scam right there. That's unfortunate though. Can we hit this, please? Oh, what is that? That is garbage. Charge stuff isn't crazy. The amount of optimization we're able to get now with pause buffering to push it to a 43 is just nuts. Exactly. Like, it's just baffling to me. I don't get how people can do it, even with pause buffering. It's just so inconsistent for me. No worries, Vince. Thanks for stopping by. Wait, I actually need to take a death. Yeah, just kill me. Oh, both hit me at the same time. Interesting. That is a thing that you can do, by the way. It's similar to frame perfect death. It just means you get your bullets back quicker. No, don't hit. Thank you. Oh, I was really close there. I hit B right after. I think that might have been within about 3 frames. Because I was pretty much on the tank there. I mean, Ron was pretty much dead. There were no FPDs. But, yeah. Saying that, I mean, if I replicate my entire run, my entire 1802, I miss mission 1, I miss mission 3, and I get mission 5, I would have a 1759. That is exactly what I would have. Because it saves 20 seconds and loses 17. Actually, it's not that simple. Because technically you take time to set up on mission 5. But I think I also took time to set up mission 5 in the 1802 as well. And it's just, I didn't hit it. Yo, Diesel, thanks for the good luck. How's it going? Yeah, we'll do a few more runs. We're already cutting it close to the time I've got for the day, but I'm feeling a lot of momentum today, as I have been a lot lately. I do want to get this on main. I don't want to do it on an alt stream. Didn't have a coin, so you flipped a thumb drive. I mean, same thing. Same result. Glad to do it in a really cool community. That is great to hear, yeah. I'm glad you think so. Also, it's been well over an hour. Time to see how bad my hair looks now. Because it was good, now it's not. .43 was not in my radar in the next 2 years. Exactly. It wasn't on my radar at all. As far as I was aware, from everyone else's musings about charge, from me as someone who does not grind charge nearly enough or know enough about it to know about what the human limit is, outside of, you know, super grind completely breaking it, but that isn't RTA viable, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I didn't think we'd ever get another second. Like, that wasn't a possibility in my head at all. Cycling pause buffering. See, that is wild as well. But it is another motion game. So it makes sense. Yeah, so to explain the break shot a little bit more, because, you know, it might not be obvious why we're getting different results every time. So basically, every time you restart, the balls are very slightly moved compared to the previous attempt. So what you have to do is the best setup we know of, and other people have had different ways. There have now been 10 7 breaks in this game, which sounds ridiculous to say, but it is true. There have been 10 7-ball breaks. That is to say 7 coloured balls going in on the break shot. Lots of different setups used in them, but the main one that we know of to be a decent break shot most of the time is a little bit up, a little bit right, and a little bit right or left. It doesn't really matter. A little bit up, a little bit right, and hit the ball near where the nose is of the me. And that's pretty much it. That's all we got. After that, it's just like here, this isn't really that good, so I'm just going to have to hit the balls and see what happens. Didn't happen. Go again. I'm not sure if I'm honest now. I haven't really watched... I'm not really very familiar with Jimmy Nuttrin's new 7 breaks. So, I don't know. That's not fast enough. But I know a lot of them are. It is also a little bit of bias. Like, don't get me wrong, it is possible not to. Like, for example, the first 7-ball break that was recorded in 2020 was Nightcrow's. And he pretty much didn't aim it at all. Like, some people haven't done the top spin. The top spin is useful, and if you watch real-life big billiards breaks, like a 4 or 5 ball break, which is very good in real 9-ball pool, then you will see them absolutely whack the cue ball into the pack, and they will use top spin as well. That's a 5 break. Nice. Oh, terrible setup. Absolutely terrible. I can't do anything with this but this. So I'm just relying on something happening. 9-ball might go in off that, but very slowly. So, like, this is a 5 break, so this is pretty good, but it could have been better. Also, jumping balls off the table is faster, mainly because you can put the ball in a lot of different places. Here, I need to line it up exactly right with the pocket. Yeah, so in my 7 break, I did do this setup pretty much. But it's always going to be different. You're never going to get it exactly right to the frame every single time, because there are so many different variables. And also where the pointer is. That's even more precise. Yo, Crazy Yo, how's it going? First M1 of the day. 4 runs, that's the first of the day. If we get M3 here, we are on the sub-18 pace until find me. Damn. I'm not going to go for M3. It's not a good setup now. There's a point where if I hit it, I'm only going to save like 4 seconds. And that was that point, pretty much. Piece hits. Thank you. Lucky-ish. Okay, so I now need M5. And I would be very ahead. But if I don't, it's unlikely. But it is continuable. don't know where that bullet was, but that was very close. It might have missed the tank, if I'm honest. It might have missed in general, but that was very close. For a shot that was far away, that wasn't too bad. Because if I'm not next to the tank, I'm just hitting and hoping, I'm not gonna lie. The only control I have at that point, because of the way I do the FPDs, which is not optimal. Like, if someone comes along that is better than me at these FPDs, they would be able to get a better, more consistent setup. But the way I do it now, and the way I've had the most consistency, which is now, is shoot the bullet at the wall, shoot the bullet at the tank, and then move backwards if needed. But moving backwards then just completely messes with the timings of when it's going to be there. That's why Mission 3 is so much easier to hit, because you can just sit in the same spot. But you can't always do it, because as it happened in that run, if the grey tank doesn't play ball, then I'm going to have to shoot that one down to even go for M3. And it saves 8.5 seconds minus setup time. So if I hit it, and it took me 5 seconds to set up, it's saving me 3.5. And if I die on Mission 3, then I'm losing like 7 seconds. That's why not a lot of people go for it. It's not too bad of an FPD, but if you die, it is terrible. Did I change my save data? No, I'm checking that. Did I change my save data? I feel like that was too quick. I did. Okay, cool. I was just rambling for that long. Apparently I'm in yap mode today. Hour and a half of this, and I've actually not stopped talking. But obviously getting a good billiards does increase the leniency I have. Like, if I get a really good billiards and a Mission 1 and a Mission 3 FPD, there is a chance I just don't go for Mission 5. Because as much as it saves 20 seconds, I would say my chance of hitting it is probably around 10%. Which honestly is not terrible. It used to be more like 1%. You could give me 20 minutes and I would miss it every time. I mean, I've also had that very recently as well, but, you know. The average tends to make it better than that. That was a very odd noise. All the balls got hit at once. All the sounds stacked on top of each other. Very interesting. I think we might get to at least like 56, 75 attempts today. Maybe 5,700 if we just get stuck in billiards for the next 15 minutes. Hopefully we don't. But I've already had my no reset for the day. And I've hit a Mission 5 FPD as well today, so that's pretty good. And it wasn't the easiest setup. It was pretty nice, but it wasn't the easiest. Problem now is I've got so many attempts on my splits, I'm pretty sure it delays how long my splits take to start. I have to keep remembering that when I restart. Okay, so the 8 is on the cushion here, so I can't actually do that for a double. I can't hit the 8 head on. I can hit it like that though. If I bump it. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness. Alright, tutorial clip then. There you go. That's your tutorial clip. 56-51. Not too bad. I don't know if I'll actually use it in the tutorial. Because I've already got clips like that, but... There we go. I also really should have marked the find me 20 PB, but judging by the fact it's the only Find Me appearance so far of the day, I think it won't be too difficult to find. Ooh, don't go that way. So the reason why the top spin helps here, like aiming the ball upwards, is because it makes the ball jump a little bit, even just for a tiny fraction of a second, and that gives the ball more speed. So we do that, and then because there's a speed cap in the game, it will actually kind of keep some more of that speed. And then that allows you to have more potential to hit more balls. And actually make them go in the pockets. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, that clip before was on 56-51 was pretty jank. There was no skill involved in that. I got lucky with the 8-ball going in. The clip was going to be how the 8-ball was in a bad spot for that double. But I ended up getting it anyway, so it defeats the point of the clip. Yo, Game Sodas, thank you for the good luck. Hope you're doing well. We are winding up with the session for the day, I think. But I'm pretty happy with today's progress. We got more attempts in on main. Got a triple FPD. We got a mission 5 FPD, which are hard to come by. That's a 4 break. Pretty good. Can I go between? No. Shame. That's very slow now, because I took ages to set it up. Gonna have to back it up a little bit now. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And because I'm not gonna foul, that does speed this up a little bit. It does save me a screen. Oh, wow. That is a shame. Too bad it was already dead. Anyway. Pretty nice. Yeah, not a lot else I can do. Other than the 1 ball being in a bad spot, so I have to do this, and I get lucky. Nice. Never punished. There was no skill to that. I would be lying if I said I intended that to happen. So as far as I'm aware as well, the cue ball and the other balls going off the table when you jump shot, there's not really like an actual place, sort of like a death plane or like a despawn area for them. Basically, once they're off the table for a certain amount of time, they'll just disappear. So even if the ball goes really slowly off the table, it will just disappear quickly. Ah, 2 frames. Good. Bad setup because I was late on it, but it works, so it's fine. Don't use all the bullets. Made that mistake in a run recently as well. Took me a couple of seconds to recover it. Okay, so because I'm on 1 life, I actually can't go for mission 3 FPD even if I wanted to. Because if I got it, I would just game over. That's the problem with taking a death on mission 1 as well. Come on, let me hit. Come on. The other rebound was actually going to hit it anyway. Okay. For a run. Ooh, close one. Alright. We're going to go down here. Oh, no. Okay, that was poor. It wasn't too bad. I'm not going to... That wasn't poor. But... Yeah. NT. We got an NT fan. I should add NT. Good emote. Yeah. Not too bad. It was within about 6 frames, I'd say. Gotta go to class. Hope the rest of the stream goes well. Thanks, Theon. Hope class goes well for you as well. I'm gonna head off pretty soon, but I've had so many good attempts started that I actually kind of want to just continue for a little while. I don't know how long for. Probably like 10 minutes. Yeah, not the best mission 5. Basically, teal tanks are pretty difficult, and actually they play ball more than you'd expect them to. So, grey tanks and teal tanks are the only ones in tanks that are defensive. So pretty much whenever they change targeting, think like Pac-Man, the ghosts change targeting, like they pretty much just like go in a line and then they go the opposite way, like very obviously. Pretty much the same thing in this game. As far as we know anyway, it's like, technically it's more complicated than that. There's like 30 lines of code that have been cracked and I haven't really looked into it properly, but that determines the tank behaviors. But long story short, that is like how the tanks move. And the greys and the teals are defensive. So pretty much whenever you go in a certain direction, eventually they will go the other way. So you have to be really alert when you're going for those. Sometimes they'll just keep going the other way as well. The only way it kind of works properly is because I'm not shooting at them. Like if I shoot the top corner wall, yes, in theory it's technically slower, but what it actually does is it puts bullets in the corner, and then the other tank, assuming the top teal tank gets hit, that means the other teal tank will... That's another 4 break. Very odd setup because I can't really do a lot. But yeah, it pretty much means... this is nothing. What a shame. It pretty much means that because of the bullets, the teal tank, the other teal won't go to the top. Which is good, because you want it to be close to you. Okay, nice double. Just enough backspin for that. I think I'll go for the 7 here, because it's a dead straight shot. Another thing in billiards is you want the shots to be very quick. If you have a slow shot, then you might as well just have a quick shot, but get 2 balls in. No. If you have a slow shot, you really want to sink multiple balls. Because if you're not, it's just slow. See, this is too slow now. That's the point we're at in this. Technically, it's winnable, but it's just not really worth continuing. Based on the stats, really. If I don't get sub-minute, it's just a few seconds that I don't want to be bleeding in the first split of the run. A lot of very tiny things that go into this. It's not even just how good the break is, it's also how quick the run out is. Like in my 7 break, the 4 ball was excruciatingly slow. So yes, it was a 7 break, but you know, it took ages to settle, so it wasn't amazing compared to other 7 breaks. The main thing that was amazing was the setup of the other balls were just in positions. You couldn't place them in better positions. I got very lucky on that front. Oh, what? Alright. That would have been barely continuable. That would have been like a 50, 55, 56. probably worse. But people in other categories want to take an even better billiards. People will just reset free breaks all the time in other categories. There's one called All Games NG+, which is just beating all the games, or just playing a game of each game as fast as possible. So the only games that really matter there are billiards, charge, and shooting range and pose me. And even then, 99% of the time save is billiards and charge. But in that run, you pretty much need to get like a very, very solid break. That's why I don't grind it. But I do now have a sub 10, because I got a 6 break while I was grinding bronze. And I thought, nah, I'm just going to cash this in as an NG+, because it was really good. It was like a second slower than my 7 break. Because my 7 break was really quick, and compared to the actual IL, it was a few seconds slower. But because the ball took ages to stop, the cue ball on the last shot took ages to stop, the actual medal was actually pretty slow. Because the billiards IL ends when the last ball goes in. Or when it disappears, I should say. Very close to a 6. I'm going to risk this. Yeah, it was pretty much the only option anyway. Okay, I'm not going to go for a pocket. I'm just going to do this, dead stop, go for the other one. Because then it's dead center to do that. $33 billiards, very nice. Very good there. That is best of the day by a long shot. I think, actually, we had one that was like a second off that, but yeah, very good. Okay. M3 would be nice, please. No, come on, that is so rare. I'm just gonna hit this. That's bad. I need mission 5 now. Because I'm not 14 ahead. If I don't if I play normally here and I don't if I don't go for the FPD here, I would be behind like 20 seconds because of how this last split works. I will lose time on this split even if I hit this. Okay, man. Sure. Alright, well I might as well show you what happens. I have to take a calculated risk of whether the bullets are going to hit or not. This is what happens when you don't, and you're up against a PB that gets 2 FPDs. That's what happens. That is why sub-splits are dumb now, but I do like sub-splits still. So, and in theory, they're all still accurate. Because, in theory, you can do an FPD in the same time you can do a normal mission. It's just that mission 3 I'll often take a fraction of a second to set up. And mission 5 is obviously mission 5. So it's all accurate, in theory. Alright. 5690. Should we get to 5700? Oh, okay. Well, I've just accidentally pressed split. Should we do 9 more attempts then? Well, now I should technically get to 57. Okay. Facecam died. Everything died. Wii U even died. Wow. Okay. What a great sign. Why does it always happen at the end of a session? Every time at the end of a session, without fail, this happens. Alright, we'll have to restart the Wii U then. I'm sure this has happened like 3 sessions in a row. At least on main. This happens sometimes on my alt, but not a lot. Yeah, so when Gecko just doesn't boot the game, it's a hard crash. You have to power it off at the power supply. You can't press the power button on the console. I actually had a crash recently where after that safety information screen, I pressed A and then it just was a white screen. I tried ejecting the disc, entering the disc, or reinserting the disc, whatever, didn't have it. It was very odd. Straight in with a 3. Sorry, did I say 3? I meant... Okay, no, it was 3. 7 was looking like it was going there. No, I was right the first time. Actually, there's something I want to test. And it's based on someone's PB I saw recently that had a very slow last shot. I wonder if you're in a position where you need to, like, it's beneficial for you to just take one really long shot. Obviously, the cue ball will take a while to settle, but what spin do you want? Maybe that's another thing I could add to the tutorial. That's a 4 break. Very good 4 break as well, because I can go for this. And then I'm going to go for the, because this is far away enough from the cushion, I'm going to go for this. And then this. I need to be dead center with this 6 because it's pretty much on the on the cushion. Like I can't go for anything else with that. Decent. Wasn't expecting to get another run going, but here we are. Guess we're not getting to 5700 then. Better sit properly now. I was in weird posture. Ah, bad setup. It was late, so I tried to go late, but I went very late instead of just late. Didn't die, though. Oh, come on. What are you doing? It's fast, but only if I react in time. That's not fast. Come on. Thank you. No, I did it at an angle. The moment I do an angled shot, it completely puts me off because it's going to take a variable amount of time compared to the amount I'm used to for the shot. Okay, I need triple mission 5 again. Mission 5 would save it, but not on an incredible pace, just a barely possible pace. But we'll give it a shot, why not? Ugh. Okay, you're going to go up because I'm going up. Way too early. I go too early a lot of the time. I would say most of the time. On average, when you factor in how early or late I am, I would say I'm a good 5 or 6 frames early on average. Even when you factor in the ones that I'm late on. I just panic. Which is understandable. It's a tough strat and it's a one and done attempt, but I'm always too early. Always hit the trigger too early. I think it's just an instinct in tanks that you've got a bullet hurtling towards you. You want to just pull the trigger. But there's no benefit because it needs to be at the same time. I'm getting so good at the gecko menuing now. This is why I'm thinking it's... I forgot to change my save file some of the time. Because I'm doing it too quick. See, like, that is technically not a good shot, but sometimes you just get lucky with it. You want it to be more like that. See, that's what you want. Good angle. And it ends up being a 2-break. That's billiards. That is the beautiful game that we all love. Not the one where you use your feet to kick the ball. Not the one where you use a bat to hit the ball. No. The one where you use a cue. That's the beautiful game. Come on, you 1-ball. Okay, but if I'm cheering a ball to go in, I should really cheer the 5 on the 9 because they never go in. Apart from now. That's a 3. Very slow 3 because of the 6-ball. 15 seconds is bad. Okay, this is not as good, so I'm just going to do a bank shot. Doesn't go in. But if you do a bank shot there and I hit it a bit harder, then it would actually have been faster. Because if I went for the corner, then the ball would have, like, the cue ball would have taken longer to stop. But with a bank shot, it doesn't take as long. Okay, I'm going to try and hit the 5 here. So the cue ball hits the 2. There you go. Oh, that's not good though. That's a touching ball. Touching ball is just pretty much the ball is touching the cue ball and you can't do anything with it. That's a great clip though. That's 2 in 1, if I'm honest. 57.09. Do you still have the tally of your breaks? So I didn't actually do one for bronze. I only did it for plats. I do have it here. Although actually I changed... oh no, I think it is on this laptop. Where is it? We played plats breaks. Here it is. There you go. I don't change it anymore because my strats for bronze were slightly different for a while. Basically, I would try and knock the cue ball off the table in a lot of my bronze attempts, and now I realise that I might as well just play normally. Because it's just more reliable. And also slightly faster if I don't get a foul. Okay. That's a 4. But yeah, I kept that tally from about 500 attempts into the plats grind. But I have not done it for bronze, purely because I think this is too far, but we'll try it anyway. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, purely because my strats were different for a while, and it feels a bit pointless starting a tally of breaks after attempt 5700. Technically speaking, I could go through all my streams, but I ain't doing that. Most of them, unless they're lost to time or streamed on MidiBot's channel, will be archived. I have a full VOD archive since 2020. So if someone really wants to know, then they're all on there. But I don't archive MidiBot streams. Oh, 2ball was on course there. Time wasted on data crunching. Sounds like me researching my deal or no deal video essay. This is what happens to a person when you have no academic commitments. No, I've not got back to that yet, but I should. Three, 4, wow. Okay. Very bad setup though. Because that's going to take a while to settle. Not the worst, but not great. Come on, please. Go faster, faster. Nice. This is the last attempt. And it's very much on the cusp of continuable. It's a 59 exit. 58, 59? 59. It's very odd to always get a green in billiards. That's the comparison. Okay, nice. Nice cursor. I put my finger over the IR pointer. That really put me off. 59-52 reference. Yeah, I'd rather the 52 than the 59. Come on. Now it's dead, because that cost me way too much time. It's a great time to remind people that I would already have sub 18 if I didn't miss by 1 frame on mission 3. Ages ago. Well. I'm not doing more attempts, that's it for the day. I might as well finish it off. But that is dead, because missing mission 3 and dying over the course of 2 lives is terrible. I need to be ahead out of tanks against this comparison, and I will not be anywhere close to that. I can't go for FPD here. Okay, that was low-key close, because the turret was actually away from the tank. If I shot a bit earlier, that is how I got my one in my old PB. In the 1811, I got lucky because I missed the setup by a long way. But then I shot another emergency bullet just out of instinct, and the teal just hit me as well. That's how most accidental FPDs happen. But not when you're actually going for it. But when there is 0 walls next to you, there's nothing else you can do. So, yeah, whatever. Okay, that'll be it for the stream, I think. It's been 2 hours. That's a pretty good session for me nowadays. I will do more runs of this at some point. I actually don't have a schedule anymore. I officially don't. So, I will probably be back. I mean, maybe I'll be here Wednesday. I still need to do stuff for gofish. It's literally in 2.5 weeks, and I still have stuff to do for it. So, I am probably going to have to focus on that. But I am around on Saturday. So, what we have going on is a run on Multithon of Clubhouse games on Switch. And that is going to be... That also has billiards. Plus a bunch of the tabletop sports games as well, which is hopefully what's going to carry me, because that is going to be Fight Overall Games 2P against Dupy, who was here earlier. So it's pretty much an all games run, but for the quick ones, we are going to actually be playing the games properly to try and win. It's a pretty interesting run. Obviously, it's a bit longer than normal 2P runs, but it's a lot more fun as well, so that's nice. Then on the 24th and the 26th, we're going to be doing Secret Rings and Deal or No Deal on Channel 734. That is the marathon I am organising. That's Go Fish at the end of the month. So we'll be over there. And then we've got We Play Double Bronze on Preventathon. So if you're interested in this game and you're interested in me doing 2-player strats, then that's where you're going to catch Double Bronze. It's only a 20-minute estimate. So I actually need to lock in and get better at the charge strat for 340 points in 2-player mode, because I'm going to need to make that not look too miserable. As long as I get it within like 5 minutes, I should be okay to not go drastically overestimate, but I do need to do it pretty quickly, because there's not a lot of leniency in there for a 20-minute estimate. It's one thing going a few minutes overestimate for plats, but that's a longer run. It's another thing going overestimate in a run that's 20 minutes. So that is the plan. Thanks for watching, everyone, though. I might be streaming as well before that run on Saturday for a couple of hours. So in that case, we'll probably do some Wii Play as well, because that's my main focus at the moment. But we'll see who's live, and we'll head you over there. Maybe someone's doing Wii Play, who knows? Oh, Jay's doing Wii Pie. I mean, that's close enough. We're going over there. Why not? We'll stay on brand with the Wii series. We'll just raid with the message raid, because that's an emote there. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. A lot of support for this grind lately. You're there right now? Yeah. Kind of thought so. Yeah, there's been a lot of support for this grind, which I do appreciate. Because I'm trying to wind down my activity with this game, and then I keep having motivation to grind it again. But after sub 18, I think there's not a lot left for me. Unless I try and break a minute barrier in the golds run as well. Who knows? Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.